Exactly. What's up, everybody? Yes, episode 39. We back. We're crushing it. Episode after episode after episode. Just loving everything about this show. Loving all the people that have been listening and tuning in and following and subscribing. It's just been a lot of fun. I'm very thankful for that. So thank you guys for continuing to follow the show. It's awesome. And again, request guests, do it. I'm reaching out to a lot of people to be on the show. I wanted to give a special thanks to our last guest on Saturday at Robot Brewery, Emmy award-winning TV host Chris Van Vliet did a fantastic job. Check that interview out. It's really good. It's on YouTube. He did interviews with The Rock. He's interviewed Tom Cruise. He's interviewed pretty much every celebrity you can imagine. He does them all. He's the best TV host out there. He's an awesome guy. Great guy. Very intelligent. We had a great show. He also interviewed my crush, Leslie Mann. I love Leslie Mann. She's the hottest redhead in the world.
I like redheads too.
Yeah, she's good. For all those redheads out there, I'm single. Had to throw that in.
Yeah.
But follow him on his YouTube channel, Chris Van Vliet. That's VanVliet. And if you can't spell Chris, that's your problem. So, and also we're very excited tomorrow night. Guy Think Podcast beer unveiled at Robot Brewing Company in Boca Raton, Florida. Big party. If you haven't heard about it, it's been kind of patrolling out there on social media on the events. But it's going to be 8 p.m. open mic night at Robot Brewery. We're revealing the Guy Think Podcast Rum Stout, courtesy of Black Coral Rum. So shout out to Black Coral and John Moore over there. And also, it's going to be a raffle night too. $100 bar tab. Can't go wrong. $100. Do a $5 raffle. $5 could win you $100. So go for it. We're giving out 2 free raffle tickets on top of that. All you got to do is subscribe to a Guy Thing or buy the beer. And if you do both, you get 2 extra tickets. So pretty good deal.
You don't have to drink it. You just have to buy it.
Oh, you better drink it.
I'll drink it. You buy it for me.
Exactly. Buy it for somebody. Buy it for a girl. Do something with it. But this week, we're going to check in with Florida Man, see what he's up to this week. He's always up to something. This week, he's been threatening cops that he's going to eat their eyeballs, stealing a Florida Highway Patrol trooper's cruiser and going 150 miles an hour on a high-speed chase. And he's also exposing his genitals to women on a Walmart scooter. It's happening.
Oh, scoot.
But we got our awesome guest tonight. Booming business, hottest light business in the custom motorcycle industry today. Our man, Jesse Hurlbert from Chrome Glow. What's up, bro?
I'm actually surprised you said my last name right. Nobody does.
Well, and that was
a glorious intro.
That was big for me because I'm from Brooklyn, and the R's, I had to really hone in on that R because if it was up to me, it'd be Jesse Hurlbert.
But
I had to do my best for you.
This is cool. You nailed it.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So how you doing, man?
Pretty good. Yeah, man. Life's good.
You just come from the shop?
Yeah, I did. And it never stops over there. I get Sundays off. That's cool.
Okay, right?
But we're busy. Yeah, real busy.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I hear a lot about you guys. I see it on social media. I see signs in the streets. I see signs on cars, motorcycles, Chrome Glow. This is a big to-do. My dad's got work done by you, and he mentioned it. He said, you got get Jesse on the show. Jesse's an awesome guy. I'm telling you, you got to get Jesse on the show. I said, I'm going to get Jesse. I promise, Dad. And then like a month or 2 went by, and, it's just got a lot of guests that are in the pipeline. I'm working things out.
It is what it is, man. Life happens.
Got to do Pops a favor, I was like, all right, Pops, I'm going to bump him in. We're going to get him in. And then I reached out to you, and thank you so much for joining the fun.
Thanks for reaching out, especially thanks to your dad.
Absolutely.
Much respect. I love that guy.
Oh, man. Shout out, Pop. You are loved, Pop. So, yeah, man, I'm just real excited to have you on. Tell my listeners a little bit about Chrome Glow, or motorcycle listeners out there, or people interested in getting work done on their bike, or people that are interested that maybe thinking about getting a motorcycle. I mean, what do you tell listeners what do you do?
Have to be a motorcycle.
Oh, okay.
It's got 12 volts. I can put lights on it.
Awesome. Oh, all right. So we're talking about lights, not just motorcycle lights.
Yeah, it's primarily motorcycles. You go on our websites, everything's basically geared toward motorcycles, but there's a lot of universal stuff that's just 12 volts. You can put it on anything. Like I lit up my brother's bar. We've done boats and cars. I've driven more Corvettes than anything else because dudes like to get lights under the hood, showing off the engines and stuff like that. So
Awesome.
I got to bring the Corvette in my shop. All right, cool. I'm driving the Corvette today.
That's sweet, man. So you do bars? Like if the bar called you up and said, "Hey, we want to get like special LED lighting."
Well, I mean, it was my brother's bar in his house, so
Okay.
it's kind of different. Like, we don't really do out calls. Like, we don't have the manpower for that
Got it.
yet. You know, it'd be nice one of these days we'll, get up there and hopefully have enough manpower to be able to do that. But
Dude.
right now it's
I think podcast. If we get some serious studio stuff going on, I'd like to just check out the whole studio.
Straight LED.
LED, the whole studio.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm talking like walking in the place, make it look like a movie theater with the lights on the floor.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on in here?
That's life goal.
Yeah, dude.
The coolest light effect I've seen is, remember, you ever watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Like where all the lights come down on that one person? That would be some cool shit. That's always how they get that done. But imagine that LED and all kinds of strobes, right? You do strobes too?
oh yeah.
That's pretty cool.
All
Strobe
kinds of
lights,
stuff.
man.
Strobe lights are what make a party happen.
Hell yeah, man. Especially if you're doing drugs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Your brain.
Dude, that's pretty cool though. So I didn't know that you did other lights aside from motorcycles. That's pretty damn cool. Every color imaginable, I'm sure.
Yeah. I got remotes that they'll put out. It says 16 million colors, which is crazy because the average human can only see a million. You can only differentiate a million different colors. But it says there's
I didn't
16
even know
million
that.
on there. So sure there are.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, with technology today, like the specific color, like the specific shade of green or
Yeah,
blue.
you got just a color wheel on your phone. And I don't even know what the measurement would be. Just every micro that you move it is a different color.
Have you
Technically
done
a different color.
Have you done any white Corvettes lately? Like the new Stingray Corvettes?
Not lately. No, I haven't.
Okay.
Actually,
I got Kevin.
I saw
Is he interested in lights?
Kevin's got lights on his car.
He does.
He does.
I saw you
He's
put
got
it
the
there.
same thing with the app with the color wheel and
Right.
everything. So I figured, I don't know if you put it in or.
unfortunately, no.
Okay.
No, you went to the wrong place.
Oh, wow.
That's what happened.
Kevin.
Not good, Kevin. Not good. Shout out to Bulgarian softball.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We played a softball team called the Bulgarians.
That's a good name.
It's actually a really
Clever,
cool.
yeah.
It is a good name, especially if you look it up on urbandictionary.com.
Yeah, for our listeners out there, Urban Dictionary Bulgarians. Check
One
that
word.
out. One word. That's right.
Yeah,
It's
one
pretty
word.
cool, man. That's awesome, dude. So, like, you do Harleys, you do Yamahas, Ninjas, the whole nine. Every
Yeah,
motorcycle
bring
model.
your bike in. I'll work on it.
Cool.
It's mostly Harleys. It's just the fact there's more Harleys on the road than
Mhm.
every other make and model combined.
So
So, of course, we get flooded with Harleys. But
Wow.
yeah, and it's like, I do all the colorful lights. That stuff looks cool. I would prefer first when somebody comes in, spend a couple $100 and get a good headlight, a good tail light, and stuff,
Right.
so people can see you instead of spending $500-600 on the colorful lights that only help you at night.
Right.
You get a nice bright headlight and a bright tail light, people see you all night and day. That's what I try and push first.
Question. Driving at night on the highway. One night I was on the highway. I was on 95, late, dark. There was no cars on the road but me. And behind me, from a very far distance, right behind me, in the same lane, I look in my rear view, and all I see is 2 red halo lights. Just two.
Oh, that's cool.
And I'm just like, what the hell is that behind me? And he got close. I let him get close. I was curious to see what it was. It was a blacked out Dodge Challenger.
Yeah.
And it had these just demon red lights. It looked like a demon, this car. I was just like, yo, that's badass.
It's demon halo.
So
lights.
what's the law on that?
I mean, it can't be red or blue. But at the same time, it's, it's a chicken shit charge. But it'll probably get you started. As long as they don't flash, you're okay.
Okay.
If they flash blue, it's a felony.
So if it's honestly
red lights all over my bike. Those are state laws. So you can use red in Florida.
Yeah.
You can't use blue.
Right.
Especially forward facing red. You're not allowed to
Yeah, you
have,
can't do forward
which
facing
that
red.
was illegal. But it's like the thing with cops here in South Florida. It's like they're usually too busy with stuff that's way more important.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're too busy
in
with
Florida, man.
Right?
I love
Who's
it.
gonna eat my eyeballs?
Yeah, about that guy.
But,
No, because I was curious because like if I wanted to get like different color lights on my car, headlights and stuff like that, I'm cool with any color then.
yeah, green, purple. But here's the thing: is that Florida, they don't allow you to modify your car. Like it has to be, defective or unsafe equipment. Like it could be, like the license plate can be obstructed and it's a charge. I mean, it's look, you're not going to get pulled over for it. I mean, a lot of, I hate to say it, university cops will look for it. If they're doing like DUI enforcement, they'll look for like the smallest thing. They don't care, but they just want an excuse to stop.
Right.
And it's better to just fly under the. But no, do you do the flashing headlight on the motorcycles? You can see that from like 5 miles away. I mean, that's a good idea.
We have those, yeah. It's hard with the LEDs. There's a lot of them that, like those modules, they don't work with LED headlights. There's one company that's making them that I know that works with like just a bulb replacement, but not like the whole housings.
Right.
Like the whole housing replacement, you can't get much better than that. The bulbs have come a long way. Just even in like the last 2 years, they've come a long way.
They have, yeah.
And it's just, I don't know what it is, because I'm not the scientist that comes up with the equipment, so I don't know why it doesn't work, but with LED headlights, it's difficult with the halogen lights, because they light slower. But it's easier to make them modulate like that.
Yeah.
And that's something. It is a good feature. Like personally, I think it's annoying, but then again, if you're being annoyed by the lights, then they saw you, which is a really good thing. And that too, you can only use those during the daytime. It's legal in all 50 states, but only during daylight hours. Most of those have a photoelectric eye that automatically turns it off when it's too dark.
Right. That's good, yeah, because you can see those for a while. I mean, especially down here with all the distracted driving. The other good thing is, I'm sure you put this in, is any motorcycle rider, I think, should have the Formula One brake light on the back.
Oh yeah.
Where you push the brake pedal down and it flashes the rear light a couple of times. I mean, you could have it go incessantly. But no, just to keep people. Have you ever seen that? Like when you're on the highway, where you'll have a motorcycle or a car that stops, and the third brake light or the rear brake light on the bicycle will flash a couple of times.
Yes, I've seen that. Yeah.
That really catches your eye, especially like not saying you're in your phone, but that gives you at least somewhat of a chance.
What's nice thing, we all like when we go ride, we all have strobing taillights. And it'll strobe for like 4 seconds and it'll stay solid on. But what's the best part about it is, you're a little kid riding in the car with your mom and dad, and the fire engine's coming through with all those flashing lights. You're already being trained to pay attention to flashing lights.
That's right.
Like right off the bat from the first time you get in the car. So having the taillight like that is great. Like I'll be sitting at a stoplight, nobody's behind me. I'll just keep an eye on my mirror and pull my brake lever again and let it go through that. So far, so good. I haven't been run into,
It's good. Thank God.
Shoot.
Yeah, I honestly, I know a lot of people, I don't want to start an argument, but a lot of people are not a fan of lane splitting. I'm sure you know what that is.
Oh, yeah.
I don't mind
necessarily like it.
Wait, what is lane splitting?
Lane splitting, I mean, for me, there's two different ways to split lanes. Where you ever see those people, like they're on the highway and there's a car in this lane, and the bike kind of jumps through the middle.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm not a fan of that. However, especially nowadays, I don't mind if you split on the way up to like the traffic light. Like if the light's red,
it's a red light and everybody
I don't mind
stops.
if you split to the front.
I do it sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, especially nowadays, like there's no protection. I mean, I don't mind if you split to the front. It never happened.
I do it at a stoplight so that I'm not around these people. That light turns green and there's nobody ahead of me. There's nobody to my left. There's nobody to my right. I don't have to worry about that. And I generally have much better acceleration than the cars next to me.
Yeah, power to weight ratio.
Dude. Yeah, one night I was at Rocco's Tacos in Boca one night, and it wasn't even that late. It was like 11 o'clock, but there was a lot of these guys on Harleys. They would hanging out at Rocco's, got drunk, and they all get on their motorcycle after. And I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm like, these guys, the way they were riding their bike, they were weaving in and out of traffic. I'm like, these guys are gonna die tonight. They are gonna die. And you know what? They died. I found out in the news the next day because I was curious. I'm like, I'm looking through like the news, like through articles to see if anything happened. That was just like 2 days later. They said it was a massive accident on I-95. It involved like 6 motorcycles in Boca. I was like, that's got to be them. It had to be. Yeah, but they were doing that when they got on 95. They were doing the lane split. Yep. You could see them. They were just weaving in and out of car. I'm like, these guys are nuts. Like
you see that. Like you see like the 2 cars, and then you see like the motorcycle go straight through.
Oh, it's been done to me plenty.
Like that at speed is like terrifying for me.
Yeah,
like I said, like going up to a stoplight. I mean, that's one thing. I mean, because you have no crash protection if they hit you from the back. Which nowadays, all the rear end accidents I see, it's every day. There's one car that's just, I mean, it's broad daylight, it hasn't rained. Yeah. There's one car, the whole front of the car's fucked up, and then the back of the car, and they're just like, they're not even in like a weird spot. Like they're in the middle of, like between 2 lights, because somebody's not paying attention.
Yeah, and then especially if Florida man hits you, he's got no insurance.
Yeah, he's got no insurance.
He doesn't have a license either.
You need uninsured motorist coverage when you're out there.
So, dude, that's pretty cool. So, like, what was you'd say like the coolest custom job you've done on a bike, likewise? Like,
Actually, it's probably a slingshot.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy, he came in, it seemed like he had bottomless pocket, which is really cool. There's a company out there that makes a lot of stuff specifically for slingshots, oddly enough called Sling Mods. And we put the accent lighting all throughout the undercarriage of the I call it a car, they call it a motorcycle, but it's got 3 wheels and a steering wheel, and it's not
Action tricycle.
But
Yeah.
it looked badass. And then there's these brackets that go on inside the wheels. They bolt on what the caliper does, and the lights will spin forward in all different colors, backwards, all different colors. It'll blink with the turn signals. The back one lights up red when you hit the brake. It's just like there was so much cool stuff. And then you got this windscreen for the back too. That was really cool. The company actually made it for him for free because his daughter goes to Stoneman Douglas.
Okay.
And it was shortly after that. So they made him the windscreen for free, and I put the lights on that, and it's all etched out with the Stoneman Douglas logo and everything.
Oh,
so
wow. That's
was
so
really
cool, man.
Yeah.
Can you send me a picture of that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I just actually talking about Stoneman Douglas, I interviewed Meadow Pollock's father, Andrew Pollock.
Yep.
He's been going to the White House, and he's been doing a lot of really good work with school safety. I interviewed him yesterday, which will be on in a couple of weeks. We'll roll that interview out, but I would love to text that picture to him because I know he'd appreciate that.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Cool.
But that actually brings up another subject. So you don't only install like strips of lights, you can actually do custom designs and work and different things like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, yes and no. Yeah.
Well, yes and no.
You were talking about the halos too. Like we'll get headlights and take those apart and put halos inside like that. But it's like most of the lighting is, like you said, strip lighting.
Yeah.
So
I think the halo
you're
lights are
almost-
so cool, man.
Yeah.
I really do. I think like my next car, I want to get some halos put in.
it's like my bike. I got the 8s on it, and then I got the speakers are actually almost this big. And then on the front side of it, I got white halos that flash amber for my turn signal.
Wow.
That's
It's
cool.
nuts. Like every time I make a turn, like I see the people across the way just like staring at my bike on the way by. It's like, cool, you saw me.
That's awesome. Would you do like if somebody, let's say, brought in like an orange Camaro to your shop? Would you work on that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes. I actually might do the Formula One brake light on my car.
Nice.
Just to, because it's just people are just too distracted. So it's the third brake light comes out in like 2
What's
seconds.
that little BMW coupe that they make? We did that for one of our customers.
Not the M1, but it's the 1 Series.
1 Series?
No, the 1 or 2 Series BMW.
Yeah.
I know the 1 Series is like it comes in a convertible and it's like a very compact coupe.
Yeah.
I think it might be that. Yeah. But we put a third brake light just underneath the license plate with the strobe on it. There you go. Just any little bit to help you get seen. It's not a motorcycle. It's a little car, but still, it's like it helps.
It does.
Damn right it does, man.
And it just looks cool too.
My dad. Hey Jesse, you're the man. Greatest LED shop in town. You're a perfectionist on your work. That's why I highly recommend your shop.
LE, thank you, sir.
He brings up a good point, though. I looked at a lot of your installs because you have them on your website. It's the best thing about it because I like clean installations. Your stuff is clean. Like you don't see any of the fluff. Like you just, whatever comes on the bike, like you see what you're supposed to see. Everything else is kind of tucked away and hidden, which I really appreciate that.
When I add like extra lighting to a bike, I want it to be, when the bike is off, I don't want you to know it's there.
Yep.
I don't want you to know it's there until you turn the bike on, you need to use it.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. I can appreciate that. I work in IT, so it's like I love hiding cables and I don't like any cables or wires showing. If I could figure out a way to hide it, it's just that clean look.
OCD is the whole thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I think the three of us all suffer from some level of OCD, especially you. Like you had that one wire. Like I've worked on cars a couple of times. Like that one wire just kind of hangs a little bit down, tuck it back up in there and just tape it, make sure it doesn't come out.
I'm like that in my house. Like if something were to move and I didn't move it, I'll remember that was not in that place. It was there. And I'll just be like hanging out. I'll just be like this. I'll be like, somebody was here. Who the hell was here? Like the littlest thing, like the cup was on this side of the wire. Now it's on that side.
On that side of the wire.
I'd be like, who the hell was here?
Yeah.
Who moved that?
Phantom.
The Phantom. Yeah. So dude, I can't wait to go to your shop. You're in Coral Springs, right?
Yeah, right off the Sawgrass on off of Sample Road. We're in the corporate park right there, Coral Springs Corporate Park.
I know exactly where that is.
126th Ave. You can almost see the Everglades from my front door.
Wow,
that's cool,
Yeah,
man.
we're out there.
Gonna light up some alligators.
Yeah, right. That's what I want. I want to light up an airboat. That's what I want to do. I haven't gotten one of those in yet.
That would be so cool, man.
Somebody's out there with an airboat. I mean, well, because I'm sure all your products are either waterproof or water resistant.
Yeah. We did a fishing boat one time. We just lit up around, I don't know what you call it, like where the captain sits and drives and everything. He went out to go fishing on a Sunday morning and his bilge pumps quit, so the boat sank. Right?
Oh,
wow! My lights still worked.
Fish must have been a disco.
I'd say they're having a discotheque.
So, like, would you ever do like a? Well, actually, you know, it'd be cool when they do the boat parade for Christmas. That'd be a cool thing to do.
Right? Yeah. That's you're talking a couple month project, man. You know, it's like a lot of times, especially down here, it's like I don't get it. It's like, okay, you got this event planned for 8, 6, 12 months, however many it may be, and then you're a month out. Okay, I need to get all of this done. This 6 months worth of work in the last month.
Yep, that's how it is down here. Everything is the last second.
Sure, it costs a pretty penny though to fit 6 months of work into a month.
Yeah, you know, you want to get it done, we're gonna have to pull extra hours. It's just the way she goes.
Absolutely.
Is it better for people who are interested in your business? Is it easier for them to call and set up an appointment, or for them to just come to the shop and request a quote?
Either or, you call me, you tell me what model bike you have. I'll give you a fairly accurate estimate over the internet. You know, even if I haven't heard of it, I can pull a picture online real quick, or rather over the phone. Pull a picture real quick. But most models I'm familiar with. So if you know what you want to get done, call me. Tell me what you want to get done. We'll set you up an appointment. That's definitely your best bet. I don't want you to ride all the way out there and then it's like, well, I got this guy in the lift for the next 2 hours. You know, I'm sorry.
Yep, that's good.
But you make the appointment, the lift is yours for those 2 hours. Right. Somebody else walks in, they're gonna have to wait. You know.
Right. I appreciate that. Like, you understand, like, people's time is valuable. Like, you hate to go down to a shop and it's like, well, don't really have the time right now. No, that's good. I really respect that.
But yeah, dude, please come in and look at the showroom. You know, we got most of what we offer is on display, and we got a lot of nice light up displays in there, and a lot of product in the showroom.
Sweet.
You can look at it, touch it, feel it, see it. You know, take it outside, see it, hold it up to your bike, see if it looks good.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
You know, which is a lot better than shopping on the internet a lot of times. But then again, the internet is our bread and butter.
I'm sure.
We got. So
you have an online shop as well?
Yeah, we have 3 different websites, and we sell on Amazon and eBay too.
Oh wow!
And that's cool. You know, like yesterday, that's all I did yesterday was build stuff for internet orders. I didn't work on a single. Well, no, that's not true. I did work on a bike for about 45 minutes.
You got some rinse time.
Guy just walked in. He didn't have an appointment. He just walked in. I was like,
little ratchet time.
I do this real quick. Shouldn't take too long.
That's pretty cool. How is it like having 3 websites and obviously selling product on the internet? I mean, how do you manage all that time? Because I mean, I have one website and I feel like, oh my God, it's a lot of time. How do you manage all those?
Well, fortunately, I don't have to manage the website.
Oh,
it's like my stepdad. I saw you put on there the owner of Chrome Glow Jesse. It's actually that's not me. Not yet, anyway.
Okay.
My stepdad started it back in 2004 in a barn in Western New York.
Oh, sweet. And shout out, by the way.
Yeah.
Right. And he moved it down here about 10 years ago, maybe 11 now.
Okay.
And they had been coming to visit me when I was a chef in Boca. I worked at the Boca Resort on top of the tower. They had been coming to visit me.
You were a chef at the Boca Resort?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
That's just there. Lots of places. It was awesome, dude. It's like world-class food, man.
What's your go-to for cooking? Like, if you could impress any judge or whatever, like, what would you make?
When I worked at that restaurant, it was great because if somebody came in with like their girlfriend or their parents or something, it's like, just don't even give them a menu. It's like, the grill guy, the saute guy, everybody would just make a dish right on the spot. It's like everybody just made a course and sent it out to the table. They didn't have to order anything off the menu. They'd end up getting 8 courses, 10 courses, something like that. Wow. But they gave me the foie gras one night. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna hook this up. Yeah. So I had, some grilled peaches in there. I made a spiced verjus to go in the bottom of it, and the seared foie gras with a little crostini and stuff. It was.
How do you say it?
Foie gras.
And what is that?
It's duck or goose liver.
Duck or goose liver.
I like duck.
It's actually kind of it's kind of taboo in some areas because of the way it's made. Like they force feed the animal to engorge the liver. They don't feed it any more than it can handle, but they feed it as much as it can every feeding to make the liver really big.
I'm not.
It's incredible. It's huge.
Is it really good?
Yeah,
wow.
It is.
Because I'm not very appetized right now.
No, I mean, it just it sounds.
I'm ready to eat right now.
I don't even generally like liver. Like but that it's incredible. It's almost 100% fat. It's just so. I don't know,
succulent.
So all right, Boca Resort though. Boca Resort, a lot of famous people I'm sure go there. Who's the most famous person you cook for? Well, some of the famous people.
Woody Harrelson, Don King.
Wow.
Adam Sandler's a member of the club.
That's awesome.
I was on my internship there. I was working a buffet for Easter the first time I saw him there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was he in shorts and a t-shirt?
Yeah, he's showing.
I love it. He's the man. Like if I was like celebrity status like him, I'd be shorts and a t-shirt
my favorite,
every single day.
Don Shula. I got to cook for Don Shula.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. I'm a lifelong Dolphins fan too, so that was just incredible.
That guy's a legend, Don Shula down here.
Sure he is. Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect season coach.
Yeah, the only one.
Yeah, the only one.
It's like, Belichick, 18-1 ain't bad.
So I assume you're not a Patriots
fan. Not even close.
Definitely not.
Definitely it's like
Denise Shake says, "What am I, chopped liver?"
I like chopped liver.
That's the woman who gave birth to me. She's absolutely incredible. I wouldn't have the sparkling persona without her.
Oh, shout out to mom.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Awesome.
Chopped liver is really good, by the way. If you haven't had it,
I'm not a big liver guy. Yeah, I'm not.
Really, you don't like it?
I don't do liver. I don't do liver at all whatsoever.
I'm Jewish by nature. Every Passover, I always look forward to that. Like some matzah, some chopped liver. It's the best thing ever.
Best matzo ball
Love
soup. I used to be up here at the Boca Country Club right up the street here, and I had to make matzo ball soup once a week. That stuff was awesome. But they also made me taste the chopped liver to make sure it was still good. That stuff was gross. Gefilte fish is pretty gross too.
You don't like gefilte? So you don't like any of the Jewish? I'm not putting you out there, but just
sounds like you are.
All right,
those two traditional things I not like.
I'll give this to you. Gefilte fish by itself is not great. You got to have horseradish sauce on top of it. Otherwise, gefilte fish by itself is not fantastic. I will. As a Jewish person, I can concede that. But chopped liver by itself, I could eat that. I could eat that with a spoon.
I'm a brisket guy.
Oh, brisket's fantastic.
And I'm a potato pancake. Well, latkes.
You're a latke guy,
yeah.
Right? Love some latkes.
I'm
good with those. And a Reuben.
The Reubens are good.
Reuben's really good. All right, I'm getting hungry now.
Yeah, I am hungry.
Yeah, dude. So what's next for Chrome Glow? What's coming up? Anything that our listeners should know about?
We just brought in a new line of products. It's called Adams Polishes.
Okay.
It's real big in the car world right now. And one of the reasons he gave us the accounts because we're so big in the motorcycle world, he kind of wants to transition into that. But it's a whole and huge line of car care products, from like paint correction to make your paint look brand new again, to just, spray detail and all sorts of stuff. And we're going to start getting into ceramic coating eventually. That's our next big move.
That's huge.
Yeah, that is big.
Yeah, ceramic coating, especially down here in Florida.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's UV resistant. It's hydrophobic. I mean, that is wonderful.
It almost looks like your car has been wiped down with oil. It's so shiny and wet looking all the time.
It's incredible. Now, question about that, because I'm real curious on that, because I love the shine look, obviously. I think everybody likes their car to look shiny and squeaky clean.
My bike's matte black, so.
Except you. No, but all right, honestly, it's out in the sun. Obviously, we get some heavy heat down here in Florida. Does that ceramic peel? Is there? It doesn't peel, huh?
It's ceramic. It's like a layer of glass on top of your car.
Yeah,
it becomes a part of the paint.
It kind of blends in with the paint, so it doesn't crack or anything like that.
Basically,
you have to maintain it. It's not a one-time thing.
You
do have to maintain it. Probably 3 times a year. You use a restorer, a boost, a ceramic boost that keeps it new.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like a spray or something like that, or.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like my car is ceramic coated. I mean, that was probably one of the best decisions I ever made. Really, I mean, because my car is orange. I mean, that will fade. In the sun. I mean, so there's 20-year-old paint. So I took it to a guy. If I had known about your shop, I would have taken it.
We're still not doing it yet.
This time, the FL Coatings over in David, they did my car.
That's where I found my painter.
Really?
Yeah, that custom bike I was telling you about.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. The red and black body shop. It's in the Pelican Bays, right? Where they are.
It's off of 441, right?
Yeah, 441 at Southwest 51st.
Okay, yep.
But no, he did my car, and no, the paint correction. I mean, I thought the car looked good when I bought it. And then he did the paint correction, the ceramic. I mean, it's hydrophobic. Like he has videos, and you could probably do the same thing.
Yep.
He takes a bottle of water, opens it up, and pours it on the hood, and it just runs off.
Just beads off.
Yeah.
But the best part about it is the
not wet
UV.
anymore.
Yeah, the UV protection is wonderful.
That is so great.
Yeah,
So,
especially down here, the sun just
so I'm guessing
kills
you
it.
clean the car and wax it really good before you put that ceramic on.
I don't have to wax it.
No, I'm saying before you put the ceramic coating.
Oh no, it's a whole involved process where
Yeah,
Nate
takes like 3
Lesser
days.
could probably tell you
wow.
more, but I know that they wash the whole car, they do the decontamination on
Okay.
it, and then they do the paint correction where they're actually going into the clear and like into the paint and just taking out the minor swirl marks and scratches and micro scratches and things like that. And then once you have that blank canvas, then you coat the car.
Wow.
And it's just
That's the paint
beautiful.
correction. They got to make it look basically brand new again before you put the ceramic on.
Yeah,
so you
so
put the
cool.
ceramic on, then you got these swirl marks.
all the
on it.
micro
What's the
scratches.
point?
Yeah, what's the point? Now the car's not shiny, it's swirly. That's pretty cool,
They do a
man.
great job. I didn't even know about ceramic coatings until I had to find a painter for an incident that happened at the shop. And there's a kid Brian that works for Nate, right?
Yeah.
So he's the one who did the paint for us and matched it perfectly. But I didn't know about ceramic coatings, so I went there and met him to have him do the paint job. And I'm looking at this. I think it was a Mercedes that was in there at the time. It's like,
He does a lot of
Okay.
high-end stuff. Did you see, I know his, not to take away from your business, did you see the Bugatti he had in his shop?
I did not know.
I wanted to sit in it so bad. All right, you know what the Bugatti Veyron is, right?
Yes.
$1.2 million
Yeah, over
car.
$1 million.
They
Why
have,
is that on me?
they haven't, yeah, I wish. They had the Veyron version, which is they replace a lot of the exterior panels with carbon fiber, and like you can see the carbon fiber. The interior, it's like I don't know how many cows they killed, but it looks like I could sleep in that car.
Wow.
And it's a 2-seater, $3.1 million car,
What's on
and he's got it in his shop. And I'm looking at this thing, I'm like, come on, man, it's just between us. Let me sit down. He's like, no, nobody touches this car but me. And he did the whole car. Like he said, like I have the odometer down to like the 10th of a mile. Like I don't move this. I just took it out there to wash it. I sat it right here, and this is where the guy's going to come pick it up. Like Nate's
Wow.
good people. But
That's
that's great. You're getting into ceramic coating. I mean, for bikes especially. I mean, especially if they're out in the sun.
Yeah, especially down here in
Yeah,
Florida. That's
yeah.
huge. That is huge.
That's the thing too. It's like, a lot of these people come in, their bike, that's not their daily driver, that's not their pickup truck they're driving to work or whatever they may be driving. That's, that's their baby. They love it. That's their baby. It's got to be, every single person, like your dad too, is incredibly particular.
Oh, yeah.
And so I open up the tour pack to take the seat off, and I close it back up, and it's a chrome latch, and he opens it back up and pulls out his microfiber and cleans my fingerprints. Closes it with
Oh, that's
the
totally
microfiber.
right there. That is totally him, man. And he'll do it right in front of you, too.
Yep. And it's like, that ceramic coating is going to be nice once we start getting into that.
That's cool. So,
Good stuff.
Pop, ceramic coating is next.
Yeah, ceramic coating, the best decision you'll ever make for your paint. And have him do it.
That's the thing too, is like a lot of people don't realize it when you're down here. Like I do, because I don't have a windshield or anything on my bike, but I'll be on the the sawgrass or the turnpike or something. Somebody up ahead changes lanes, and then I feel like I'm getting sandblasted.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what's happening to your paint.
It's true. It's
Your
happened to
paint
me
takes
plenty
a
of
lot
times.
Impact, yeah.
But speaking of good decisions.
Oh, is it Florida Man time?
No, it's cross country mortgage.
Oh, sorry.
I've been missing it. The last two shows I did were not here at Cross Country Studios, so I'd be more than happy to talk about it, discuss it. But anybody interested in buying a home out there, don't rent, don't do it. It's not a good thing. It really isn't, because you're just paying somebody else's bills. Pay your own bills, okay? And build a legacy for your family at the same time. Cross Country Mortgages, Boca Raton, Florida, Cross Country Studios. That's why we're here. They're our sponsors. They make it happen right here at the studio, YouTube Live for all of you to see. But 7 days to close a loan. It's pretty amazing. 7 days. Times have changed. It's not like you go to a bank and Wells Fargo or Chase and you sit down with a banker that really doesn't know what they're doing, and they're calling the back office and they're asking questions because they don't know what's going on. And then you're dealing 30 days, 60 days before a loan is closed. Not here. 7 days. It's that easy. They're pros. It's like there's a conveyor belt in here. It's like an imaginary conveyor belt in here. Monica's still here. It's 8:04 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
And she's pumping away out there. And this is what they do here across country. 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., 7 days a week. Pretty crazy.
That's
That's
fantastic.
impressive.
Yes, they closed my loan in 12 days.
Nice.
I was very happy with the service. But you want to reach out to Cross Country, and you also want to talk to Frank Cristiano. He's the specialist in the mortgage loan closing process. So you definitely want to give him a call. So for my listeners out there, I'm actually going to pull his number up now because every time I try to remember it, I don't. And then when I read it, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's the number.
Yep.
But we're going to make sure we get the number to you guys properly. 561-504-1278. You can even talk to him past 9 p.m. He will answer the phone. If he's at a graduation ceremony, he's going to be like this, telling everybody. And he's out the door taking your call. That's how dedicated. So hit him up, Cross Country Mortgages. So this week, Florida Man.
It is Florida Man time.
It's Florida Man time. The show has evolved. We were doing This Week in Social Media, which was great. Love This Week in Social Media, but we're down here in Florida. Florida Man is just
It's a new story every day.
Pervasive.
it's just incredible, man. I mean, it's a wild state. It's a wild state. Florida Man's at it again. So we're gonna hit the first one up.
He's become a nationwide phenomenon, that Florida Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's t-shirts being made. Florida Man t-shirts now.
I got to get me one of those.
I gotta get
want
one too. We need Florida Man t-shirts.
Yeah, we should have Florida Man.
We should.
You know what? Well, why can't we make our own Florida Man t-shirt?
Yeah, we can actually.
It's like Florida Man in training and just put that on a t-shirt.
Ooh, that's rough. That's rough, especially for a single fella like myself.
That's true.
That's gotta be.
It's got its own appeal, though. A little
What kind of
bit.
training do you got to go through?
It doesn't matter.
You got to have 2 misdemeanors, at
Yeah.
least 1 felony, a battery charge. And
Yeah.
that's kind of like the route you want to go. That's like the prerequisite.
So if you're on meth and you have a couple of battery charges, yeah, t-shirts.
You can order it.
We'll send it to you.
Podcast website. Florida Man threatens to behead cops and eat their eyeballs. There we go. So this one was psychopath Ken Freeman, 50, is held on bond after he threatened to decapitate 6 officers in Brevard County. And this occurred after Freeman was in a road rage incident that ended up in a Dick's Sporting Good parking lot. He then jumped out of his car, wielding a knife, and stuck it in the other guy's face, stating he will cut his ear off in front of his family. Nice guy. Cops arrived during the altercation, and that's when this nutjob threatened to eat the officer's eyes and tongue, by the way. And he is now booked for assault, battery, and threatening death of law enforcement.
Yeah.
As a
real
former
winner.
cop, thoughts?
The last thing he ever did if he came up to my car, to be honest with you. I mean, look, you have people, I don't know if you carry, but I carry everywhere. I mean, you don't know when Florida Man is going to strike.
Right.
But no, I mean, I'll tell you, I give the Brevard County Sheriff's Office a lot of credit. You know, they talked him down, you know, because you have a knife in hand, you only get a couple of chances. You know, drop the
Right.
knife, drop the knife, drop the knife. But no, they were able to take him in, and no, it's great. But road rage down here, just speaking as an aside topic, is like nothing I've ever seen before. And I'm sure our listeners in Miami and Broward and Palm Beach can definitely understand, you know, how
It's
that
pretty
works.
crazy, man.
People here take it
I've
to a
been
different
getting a lot
level.
better with it. I get angry and yell at people, but not so much anymore. So it's not worth it.
Yeah,
Raise your blood pressure, you get angry. It's like, no,
Yeah, I used to,
yeah.
flip the bird on people. Now I'm just like, 'cause I'm a cruiser. I don't speed, so I'm doing the limit. I'll do a few miles over, but I get cut off all the time. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I just keep driving.
Because you don't know what is in the car next to you.
Yeah,
You especially on a motorcycle, you have no protection.
Yeah, you're done.
True.
No, that actually happened. I forgot where it was from, but there was I think it was in California, where they had a motorcycle rider and a vehicle, and they were going at it. I get the car just plowed right into the motorcycle rider and just kept on driving.
That reminds me of the
They
video
found
game Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was a
great.
good one.
All I would do in that game was drive around, and anybody that was on a scooter, I just plow into them. And it was so great. You could see them hit the windshield and go flying over your head, and you'd see them drop in the rear view. I would just die laughing.
But here's
It's
the
a
question.
video game. That's okay.
Yeah, but here's
I
the
wasn't
big
doing it in
question.
real life.
Did you back up and then collect the money that they had?
Always.
Oh, always.
Absolutely.
So you got to do it full stop.
You got to take it and then run them over back into them again, hit them. The best, what was that in that game? Mission in that game was the Haitian gang because they all rode scooters, and
Yeah.
dirt bikes, and it was so much fun just plowing into them, and knocking them over. It was great. It was such a fun video game.
That was a fun game in general. Yeah, the soundtrack for that game is fantastic. I love
You know what I'm
80s
saying?
music.
It was great.
Best thing ever.
I don't know if I go that far.
That game was like drugs and sex and murder, like 80s. Dude, it was so crazy, man. Especially as a kid playing on.
Yeah.
It was like Scarface and Miami Vice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mixed together.
Yeah,
Still
like
one of my favorite.
The letters
was
just straight line.
Oh,
100%. And then if you notice, the lawyer in that video game looked just like Sean Penn from Carlito's Way with the red curly hair.
Nice.
I didn't put that together before tonight. That's really good.
Yeah. I saw it right away. I was like, this is so cool. It's friggin' Sean Penn, man.
They took a lot of pages out of that game or out of that movie, like Scarface.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Obviously the end scene where, not to give it away, I mean, the game is from 2002. If you haven't played it yet,
I thought you were saying Scarface. It's too late for spoilers on that. You haven't seen it?
no, people can still go rent
That's what he
Scarface,
does.
and I don't know how many people have a PS2. I have a PS2 because I don't upgrade.
Isn't it crazy that Scarface was like shit on when it first came out in theaters?
They didn't think Scarface was
shit
going to
all
be.
over it.
Yeah. They thought it was too bloody and whatever.
It was way
and
before
that
its
movie-
time.
Yeah, it was really.
I mean, the first scene. I mean,
Yeah, the shower scene. They talk about
shoots the guy in the middle of the street. Well, right before the shower scene.
Yeah. They're talking about how gory that was. It's like you don't see anything.
Like
You
that
don't see
wasn't even the
anything.
goriest
Much
part of the
less
movie.
Yeah.
Like they
Put
don't,
on Fox right now after the show.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
You'll
people
see it's
understand.
way worse.
That's not the goriest part of the movie. Like the chainsaw in the hotel room. I mean, that for me, yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
Oh, you
100%.
get hacked up with a chainsaw. That's as gory as it gets.
But you had to imagine it. They didn't even show it to you.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. It was
There's
all
blood everywhere.
It was
yeah.
all imagination.
Yeah.
Now, like, there's some movies that get really in depth now
Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
with Jessica Biel.
Yeah, with Jessica Biel.
Yep, that was great. That was gory.
It was,
You saw bones getting cut in half, dude.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what
That was
was
a
so
good movie.
disappointing was I watched. I mean, I didn't really want to watch it. Is I was in college. I was up at some ungodly hour, and I'm like, I'm trying to go back to say, I'll put on the TV, and I see like this car crash. I'm like, all right, I can get involved in something like this. It's Texas Chainsaw: The Beginning, like the movie from 2003, and I'll tell you, I'm sucked in like the whole way through the movie, and I'm like, that one was it Jessica Biel? No, it was
I thought that was
cute girl at the end.
Jessica Biel.
I saw it in the theater.
Yeah, comment if you know what this is. But the end where like she ends up getting in that car and she ends up pulling away and she's like, oh, I finally got away. And he's fucking sitting in the back seat and he just chainsaws her to death while she's driving. I'm like, damn, you got so close.
That's
But,
wild.
yeah, it's man.
Speaking of driving around though,
Yeah.
Florida man steals police car, takes off on a 150 mile an hour high speed chase.
Oh,
So this is shirtless shithead Shane Jensen, 22 of Largo, Florida, was discovered by Florida Highway Patrol on the side of Florida's turnpike looking like he was in need of medical assistance.
Yep.
After speaking with Jensen, the cop stepped away to talk to a transportation road ranger, and that's when Jensen hopped in the cruiser and booked it. He was able to get through a roadblock. He made a U-turn on the turnpike, eventually crashing into the barrier. He ran through oncoming traffic. I saw the video. If you
I
haven't
saw
seen
that.
it, Google. It's pretty
Did
crazy.
he have the flashers on?
I think he had the lights on the whole way.
Yeah, he did. He
well,
did
because the
actually.
trooper would have his lights on the side of the road.
And he was actually on the service lane. That's
Yeah.
what he was driving through. Then he crashed and he couldn't go anywhere. So he obviously a runner. And I remember watching Cops as a kid, and every time we'd always scream, we got a runner, we got a runner. It was like the best, man, because you're not getting anywhere. You run, it's over. You better off just staying in the car.
No.
But he went to a wooded area, and eventually the cops got him.
Caught him.
They got him. He was captured.
And they brought an ass whipping with them.
Dude, you got to see, for our listeners, if you haven't seen the video, Google it. Just like Florida man goes on, steals police cruiser. I think that's pretty good enough to find it. It's pretty crazy.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, guy's a nut job.
149 miles an hour. That's
Yeah, they show, actually, if you watch the video, because they have the
It's
video
like the
footage
dash
from the
cam,
cruiser.
right?
The
Yeah,
dash
they
cam,
have the speed.
it shows the speed limit on the top left corner, and it's pretty crazy. You see him 149 miles an hour. I'm like, what?
I've only gone about 115. I can't imagine 150.
I've gone higher than 150.
What I want to know is what the fuck was he running from? Because I tried finding out like what the whole reasoning was.
Well,
I thought he had warrants. I think maybe he had warrants.
But then what the hell are you doing on the side of the turnpike? You know a cop is going to pull over to see what the hell's going on.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Rick James is right.
Yeah, Rick James. Yeah.
Rick James, bitch. Rick James.
Oh.
Did you see the new Chappelle stand-up?
No, I
On
haven't.
Netflix?
They're great.
They're really good. Yeah, man. He's He's awesome. He just did a SNL thing. Did you see the SNL?
No, I haven't. I didn't know
he did a skit on SNL, and he brought back like all his characters. It was so funny.
Oh, where they kill all the
yeah, and they were getting beheaded or something. It was like all Walking Dead. They had the pimps. They had Tyrone Biggums. They had Clayton Bigsby. Like all the characters that he did. I remember that. It was so funny, man.
Player Haters Ball.
The Player Haters Ball is one of my couple of favorite things from Chappelle's show. Like Making the Band was funny. The World Series of Dice was
the best
hilarious.
Rosie O'Donnell. She wears underpants with dick holes in them.
Oh man, that is so good.
How about he goes, Puff Daddy, motherfucker got dolphin teeth.
The best thing was, I think he was talking to either Charlie Murphy or the fat guy, and he's got like a toothpick in his mouth. He's like, "I like your coat, and it's all white, made from your mother's pubic hair."
Dude, every Chappelle episode was hilarious to me. Like I couldn't wait to see the next episode on Comedy Central. Mm-hmm. But I think that Rick James one just took it.
Those true Hollywood stories.
Charlie Murphy, rest in peace, Charlie Murphy, man.
He had. I think I got confirmation on the Prince one too. When he made him pancakes.
Yeah.
I was up in Minnesota that summer. I went to Paisley Park, and she talked about how there's a basketball court in one of his studios there. Paisley Park. That's Prince's home and recording studios in Minnesota. And I was like, she got done with that. So is this where Charlie Murphy got beaten by the Revolution? She's like, no, sadly that didn't happen here. That happened in California. Oh, okay,
I was about to say, like, I was sorry, man. My mouth came up, and I was like, no,
in California. I got confirmation that true story at Paisley Park.
So cool. Made pancakes the next day.
Charlie Murphy
so funny, dude.
is one of the great storytellers. I'd say
Charlie Murphy. Absolutely, man. So the Rick James one was the best when he said him and his brother.
Yeah.
He's like, when they were whipping his legs on the couch.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, yeah, he got on the couch.
Kicked the shit out of him.
He said, we kicked the shit out of him, man. His legs was like linguine when we were throwing him.
Should have never gave y'all money.
Dude, just really good stuff, man. Yeah, I like Chappelle. Big fan of him. So, speaking of, well, not a big fan of this, I can tell you that. It was his genitals to women while riding Walmart scooter.
Yeah.
So
Escambia County, I think.
This was pervert Kejon McCants, 27, was arrested and charged with indecent exposure for scooting toward women while riding a Walmart in-store scooter. Witnesses in the Pensacola Walmart said they saw him scoot in the women's apparel aisle and yell, "Hey," to a woman. She turned around and saw him parked in front of her with his genitals exposed. He then went to the bathroom and police were outside waiting for him where they arrested him. And he's currently exposing his genitals in the Escambia County Jail on a $10,000 bond.
Currently, yeah. I like that one. That was a good one.
Thank you.
No, man.
What the hell? Walmart
you know what?
Is crazy,
man.
Like
it's a Walmart in the Florida Panhandle.
Yeah, that's rough. I mean, you mix Florida and Walmart together, and nothing good comes from that.
I love Florida Walmarts, man. Like there's something about it. Like I'm sure you've been in them.
Oh yeah.
There's a couple around. Oh my god! Like you can just go there.
Eat anything? Just go walk around.
For all the listeners out there, if you have the chance, you can open up a new window if you want. They have Walmart Bingo. Have you ever seen Walmart Bingo?
What the hell is Walmart?
Walmart Bingo is you and a couple. I almost played this one time. You and a couple of friends go to different Walmarts in your areas, like big ass woman not wearing a bra but wearing a tank top. Like you could cross that off your list, and like you can either do a straight line or you could do an X. Oh my god! Like if you have it, like after the show, I got to show you this,
dude. I want to do it.
Do Walmart Bingo.
I'm doing it tomorrow.
I was at a Walmart, Oklahoma. When I was stationed in Fort Riley, Kansas. We went down to Oklahoma City for a weekend. We went to a Walmart before we left on Sunday, and there was an entire family in there. There's another, like an uncle too, that was with them. 3 or 4 kids. Every single one of them had a mullet. All different, like the whole spectrum of mullets. They had all of them.
Oh man.
What the hell?
That's awesome.
Motley Crue in that motherfucker.
Yeah. Walmart, yeah. Even the Walmart in Orlando was a lot of fun when I went to UCF. Like you go to Walmart at like 2 o'clock in the morning for what fucking reason. Like you always need something at like 1 or 2.
But it's like the greatest like sight people
I
watching
love people
ever.
that show up to Walmart like bare feet, like PJ shorts. I mean, like you just don't give a fuck. You just jump out of bed. Yeah, I need a couple rolls of toilet paper. You just go to Walmart in Central Orlando and just go get it.
That's crazy. I mean, you could probably have better material people watching in Walmart than you will in like Central Park in New York.
Oh, you and me went to Walmart that one time. That was fun. Remember? We went to go pick up your TV.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a nice ass TV, by the way.
I like that TV. Man.
So Fire Stick TV. He and I are in this Walmart, and like there's this huge. I mean, this thing's 2-3 story tall. This kiosk, remember this self-help thing. And meanwhile, like we see other people, they're like, look, you and I are intelligent people. We do our thing, and they're waiting for your order, and it's like we were there for what? 25, 30 minutes?
Yeah, it's a very flawed system.
Oh,
it's they have like this kiosk where they really gave it a good try, but it sucks.
Oh, it's
like you're supposed to do an online order, you pick it up at the store, rather than meeting at a person at the customer service line to get your item that you've already paid for. You have to go to this Jetson-looking fucking thing, stupid orange thing. You press your code in there that they give you in the email. And a door is supposed to open up and it's supposed to launch out your package. Or if it's like a big package, they have lockers that an employee has to put it in, and they'll tell you what locker it's in, and you just go and open it up with the code. Anyway, nothing came out, no locker available, and then there's a service screen. So, when you punch into the little computer, it pulls your name up. You're waiting, for your product. So it'll let the people know in the stock room, oh, okay, there's nothing there yet. We'll get it out of stock and bring it to the person. That was down. There was no, so I'm like, now I'm asking people, I'm like, hey, I tried getting my thing. It's not in here. The service screen is down. Could you let somebody know? Nobody knew anything. Yep. Nobody knew anything. They looked at me. They were running when they saw me. Right? They were running away from me.
She's like, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Gone. Next one comes, gone.
She never comes back.
Never comes back.
But the best part about that, I was
getting dirty looks. I'm like, do you people want to do your job? I mean, I know it's Walmart. It sucks, but do your friggin' job. It's crazy.
The best part about that was where they brought out your TV. And I mean, look, it could be, they don't know who Joe is. They don't know who I am. We're just two guys standing in Walmart. And we weren't actually dressed particularly well. Like, I was helping you move.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing like, a baseball jersey and a pair of shorts. They wheel out this big ass fucking TV. I love this fucking TV. And they're just like, all right, here you go. It's like we could be anybody.
Anybody.
And we
how about when I strolled out with the thing?
And
or she had like I guess it's like a stop.
Oh yeah. And she left the scanner on the cart, and I'm pushing the thing out. I'm like, this has got to be.
And I'm just gingerly walking out, and then she comes running out.
Wait a minute.
But like they walk away. They don't care. They don't care.
Oh man, we almost made it to
me. I don't want your stupid little stock scanner thing. What am I going to do with that?
And the best part about it was, like, we didn't load this TV into, like, a car. We still had the U-Haul truck, like this 10-foot.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
sex offender U-Haul truck.
Sex offender. That's a Florida man moment.
It is a Florida man moment.
They got spray paint there. You could have got some free candy on the side.
Free candy. I like that. Free candy.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Jesse, I want to thank you for coming on the show, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my absolute pleasure. Dana, of course, thank you for help steer the ship today.
No problem.
I appreciate it very, very much. And one more time, how can our listeners find Chrome Glow? Contact you either social media, website, or at the store itself?
Yeah, if you just remember Chrome Glow, throw that in Google. That'll get you there. Our phone number is 954-341-6640. If you put basically anything at chromeglow.com, we'll get the email.
Awesome.
My name, Jesse, info, sales at, tech support. That'll get you in the door, at least anyway. But yeah, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Chrome Glow is our main website. We have sportbikelights.com too, because we're not just cruisers. So if you got a cruiser, Chrome Glow. If you got a sport bike, go to Sport Bike Lights.
Awesome, man.
It's great.
I look forward to going to the shop, man. I'm excited. I may ride out my pops and check it out, man.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah.
That'd be great. I'm looking forward to see the place.
Yeah, man.
We've really grown a lot since we got in Florida.
Awesome.
I mean, well, obviously we started it too in a barn in Western New York.
That's so cool, man.
Really gotten pretty big. So it's my stepdad started it, and him and my mom own the place. She's the vice president, and
that's awesome. Family business, man. I love that.
My brother works there now. He handles all our Amazon and eBay and does all our shipping and receiving. And my sister-in-law works there in sales, taking all the phone calls all day. So be nice to her. Her name's Angel, and she is one. And we got my best friend's son works now there with us too. He's like my nephew. I call him my nephew because he's like my brother,
That's awesome.
So it's pretty tight.
That is so cool. It's a family, that's a true family business, man. I love that stuff, man. That's really cool. So you guys are going to get treated well. It's a family-run business. You won't be treated like the corporate ant. Mm-hmm. So that's awesome, man. So good stuff, brother. Appreciate that. You. Absolutely.
And big thanks to your father too for
big thanks to Pop. Us. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Big thanks to Pop for making it happen. Thank you, Pop. Appreciate it. And he's actually working hard. Talk about family business, He's helping me out. He's starting to recruit guests for the show.
Nice.
Yeah, so thank you. Big ups to Pop, That's pretty cool. That's what it should be.
Right?
Absolutely, man. And just let our listeners know, please continue to like and follow us on social media. Facebook at A Guy Think Podcast, Instagram at A Guy Think Podcast, Twitter at A Guy Think Pod, guythinkpodcast@gmail.com. We're going to do a mailbag episode. I'm trying to be creative with it. It's coming. Trying to be creative with it, though. May do something on location. We'll find out. We'll figure it out. May surprise you guys. Also, hit up the website, guythinkpodcast.com. You can see, if you're interested in being on the show, you can see the analytics, the amount of people that listen to the show, the average amount of people that listen to the show, previous guests that have been on the show. There's a lot of cool information for you. So you can check that out as well. Give us 5 stars on Apple iTunes. It helps me get this show grown and seen by a wider audience, and that means bigger guests and interesting topics to talk about. And then our next guest is American Ninja Warrior Christina Gambino. Very excited to have her on the show. She opened up a gym called Jump Twist Ninja. It basically looks like the set of the show American Ninja Warrior with all those cool obstacle courses and stuff.
Sounds like fun.
That's cool.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So it's going to be a really good show, and we can't wait to have her on. So thank you guys for tuning in. Episode 39 is in the books. And I hope you all have a wonderful night and stay away from Florida, man.
Yeah.
At all costs.
At all costs. By any means necessary.